Namaste everyone, welcome to Learn with me. Today in our class, we are going to learn about the voice change in present continuous tense. So you can see the voice change in present continuous tense. First of all, let us know what is continuous tense. So if you look at this particular word continuous, it means a work that is going on. That means this is something that is going on. So we are going to have the voice change of those sentences in present tense which suggest that the work is going on. So as we all know that in every tense there are four kinds of sentences. One is affirmative, the second one is negative, the third one is interrogative affirmative, and the fourth one is interrogative negative. So in this class today, we are going to have all these four sentences in active as well as in passive form. So without further delay, let us begin. So first, let us come to know the affirmative sentence in present continuous tense. Affirmative sentence. So the structure of this sentence, before that let us take an example. I am playing football. I am playing football. So you see, this one is I am playing football. That means the work is in progress. It is continuing. So if we try to change this, let us have the changed passive. Then we will go to the concerned structures. So as we know, the basic forms or the basic rules of voice change, the object becomes the subject. So football. Now with this football, what be verb we should use? Is. Then we have to use a being. Then played by me. This subject would be the object. So this is the changed sentence from active to passive. I am playing football. Football is being played by me. So if we now try to know the structure of this particular sentence. So this one is in active structure. This one is the subject plus what we have here, a be verb, that is am, is, are. Why this is am, is, are? Because we are talking about the present tense. Understood? Then we have a verb. After that we have with verb one ing plus we have the object plus others if any. So this is the active structure. What is this? Subject, then be verb, that is am, is, are, because this is present tense. Then the verb with verb one ing. That means this ing, you can say in a sense, this is giving us the sense that the thing is continuing. This ing with the verb is giving us the sense that the work is being continued or it is continuing. Then we have the object, then we have the others. So this is the active structure. Now let us try to form the passive of this. So in case of passive, we know the object becomes the subject. So it's object plus, again we have the be verb as per the requirement, am, is, are, these are the be verb. Then what we have, an extra word is being added. This is being. So remember this particular word we have to use just after the be verb. Then what we have, the third verb. The third verb, you see here, played. So play, played, played. So the third form of the verb. Then we have by, as usual. Then we have the subject. Then if any others it is there, we can put it here. So this one is the active structure of present continuous tense affirmative sentence. This is subject plus be verb plus verb ing, object and others. And this one is the passive structure, that is object, then we have the be verb, then we have being, then the third form of the verb, then by, then subject and then others. So this is what both the active and the passive structure of the affirmative sentences in present continuous tense. Hopefully this is understood. Now let us come to the negative sentences. It's pretty easy, changing voice in continuous tense, it's not that tough like all other voice changes. As I always keep saying that grammar is not that tough if we really know the structures and the rules. Just what we have to do, we have to very meticulously remember the structure as well as we have to follow the rules. So let's now come to the negative sentences. For our better understanding, I would take the same example. So there we have I am playing football. So here I am using it in negative sentence. I am not playing football. So I am not playing football, the negative sentence. Let us try to change this. Football is not being played by me. So it's pretty easy. Just the basic difference we have, that we have an extra word that is not here. Otherwise things are pretty similar with the affirmative sentences. So let us try to form the structure of this in active as well as in passive. So if we try to form the structure of active, it goes like this. That is, first we have the subject, then we have the be verb, that is am, is, are. Next we have that extra word that differentiates the affirmative from the negative. So it's not, then we have the verb plus ing plus we have the object, then we can put other things if they are there in the sentence. So this one is the active structure, like subject, am, is, a, that is the be verb. Then we have not, that's just the negative property of the sentence. And then we have the verb and with that ing, then we have the object, and at the end we have others if it is there in that sentence. Now let us try to change this into passive. So if we try to form the structure of passive, it would be like this, that object plus be verb, that is am, is, are. So object plus am, is, are plus not plus being plus third verb plus it should be by, third verb plus by plus subject plus others. So this one is the passive structure. So in negative sentence or present continuous tense, this one is the active and this one is the passive. Active is a subject, then we have the be verb, that is am, is, are. Then we have a not here because that one is qualifying the negativity of the sentence. Then we have the verb and ing. Next we have object, and at the end we have others. Here also in passive sense we have the object first, then the be verb, then not, being, third form of the verb, then by, subject and others. So this is what negative sentence in present continuous tense. Let us come to the third one, the third category, that is interrogative affirmative. All of us, we know that interrogative means the sentence that asks a question. So the basic rules says that we need to form a question with these particular sentences, and then we would see how to change those sentences into passive one. So first let us come to the interrogative affirmative. So interrogative affirmative. I will take the same example but we had in our affirmative, I am playing football. So if we form the sentence like this, interrogative means, as I said, we need to ask a question. So I am asking a question of the same sentence. Am I playing football? Remember one thing, we need to put a note of interrogation at the very end because this one is interrogative sentence. Now let us change it. Is football being played by me? This one is the passive one. So the active one is that am I playing football? So we are asking a question and we are asking this question in a positive or affirmative sense. So that's why this is interrogative affirmative. So am I playing football? And if we try to change this into passive, so it should be, is football being played by me? So let us now form the structure of both these sentences, that is in active as well as in passive. So first let us know the active one. So what is this at the very first? It is the be verb. So it should be am, is, are, plus what do we have here? We have the subject. Then we have the verb. With that we have ing. Then we have the object. And as I always say, if you have any other part of the sentence, you can put that just after the object. So it is others. And remember one thing, we must put the note of interrogation at the end. Then what should be the passive structure then, if this is the active one? So the passive one is that it is again the be verb, am, is, are, plus this object we have to place here. So object plus we need to place one being, then the third verb, then we have by, then we have subject and others if we have any. And obviously at the end you need to put the note of interrogation. So interrogative affirmative, that means the sentence that is asking question in affirmative sense. So here we have the active structure like be verb, then subject with that verb and ing, then object and others. This one is the active structure, and passive structure is be verb, that is am, is, then we have the object, then being, third form of the verb, by, subject and others. So this is what the active as well as the passive structure of interrogative affirmative sentence in present continuous tense. So now the very last type of sentence in present continuous tense, that is interrogative negative. So let us come to that. The fourth one and the last one, interrogative negative. And I am just taking the same example time and again for the better understanding. Means if we keep changing the example, so it may be a little difficult to understand. So that's why because the changes are happening as per the sentences, and if we keep the same example, so we can pretty clearly understand where the changes are happening and what are the changes. So that's why I'm taking the same example time and again. So it's interrogative negative. So let us take that example. So what we had in our interrogative affirmative, am I playing football? It was our interrogative affirmative. So let us write the interrogative negative one. So it should be, am I not playing football? Am I not playing football? So this one is the active one. Now let us change this. Is football not being played by me? So this one is the interrogative negative, active and passive. Now somebody may say that why we are not using this particular not just after the be verb. There is no problem. You can definitely use. Means you can use it like this. Rather you can change this particular active into passive like this. Is not football being played by me? That one also you can definitely use. There is no problem in that. So between these two you can choose any one. So either you can put this particular not just after the be verb, or you can use this particular not after the object. There is no problem. Choice is yours. So now let us try to form the structure. So first we would go to the structure of the active sentence that we have in present continuous tense, interrogative negative, the active one. So what we have here at the very beginning, we have the be verb, that is am, is, are. Remember one thing, we are using am, is, are, like I said previously also, because this one is present tense. That's why am, is, are, the three forms of the be verb in present tense. Then we have the subject, then we have not, then verb with that ing, plus what we have the object. Then if we have any others, we can definitely use. And at the end, once again remember, we have to use the note of interrogation. So this one is the active structure of interrogative negative sentence. Let us come to the passive one. You see the sentence. What do we have? We have the be verb. So am, is, are, plus what do we have? We have the object. Now like I said previously also, you can use not also, you can use the object also. So for better sounding of this sentence, I am using the object here, then I am using the not. You can definitely use the not first and the object then, but I am using the object first and then the not. So am is then object plus not plus being plus the third verb plus we have the by plus we have the subject and others if we have any, and at the end definitely the note of interrogation. So this is what the active as well as the passive structure of the interrogative negative sentences. So today in this class, I would say we have completed pretty easily the change of voice in present continuous tense in all the 4 sentences, like affirmative, negative, interrogative affirmative and interrogative negative. So I think that's fine for all of you. What we have to do, like I say, we just have to remember the structure. If we can remember the structure along with one particular example, we can easily change the voice of this kind of sentences. So here in our class today we have learned the present continuous tense, all the 4 sentences, how to change those 4 sentences from active to passive. So that's all for today. Hopefully all of you have understood. Thanks a lot.